Coming up next, high school volleyball on your sports leader in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Now for your Lady Titans. Number 4, Emily Van Horn. Number 12, Malia Amador. Number 20, Yasmin Faria. Number 24, Talia Harris. Number 26, Jalissa Williams. Number 28, Carissa Holcomb. And now for your starters. Number 2, Angelica Patterson.
Good evening and welcome to Lorain High School. Jay Ferguson, Bob Schlenbaker here for Varsity Volleyball LEL edition. The league leading 7-0 in the league. Lorain Lady Titans taking on the Shaw Cardinals in a Lake Erie League contest as we meet the starters. Number 14, Seven Townsell, and number 16, Evelyn Williams. Number 18, Layla Carrion round out the starting lineup for Coach Chantel Jackson. Lineups are set, and we'll be getting underway in a moment. Lorain, 12-5 on the season, 7-0 in the LEL with a one-game league over traditional LEL power Maple Heights as well as Bedford. Lorain has to play on the road versus both of those teams, and those teams have to play one another 2 times. So the Titans sitting in the catbird seat as far as that conference title goes. For Shaw, the starters, Samara Abdul-Rauf, Daharia Collins, Deanna Davis-Wims, Carlina Pickett, Jasmine Manuel, Brittany McDuffie, and Sabrina Upshaw. Across the back, it is 9 Manuel, 7 Pickett, and I can't read the number. Number 1, Abdul-Rauf across the back. For Lorain, up front at 16, Evelyn Williams, 18. 18 is Layla Carrion. Now 7 Townsell, 14 is up there. But number 6, Julie Velez, is the other front row player. In the back, Angelica Patterson, the libero, number 2. And number 8 with the ball to start us off is Marissa Sturgill. Titans swept the JV game tonight and look to handle the Cardinals as they did at Shaw. Sturgill's ball deep, played and bumped back in, sent over by 12. McDuffie up by Sturgill, tipped by Carrion, winner. Layla Carrion with the kill on the well-placed tip. 1 serving 0. Junior Marissa Sturgill sends it over in deep, bumped up, sent back by Carrion, right back to Abdul-Rauf, and then sent back to Patterson. Velez, cross court, too much to handle for Pickett, and it's 2-0 on a Julia Velez kill. Shaw comes in tonight with 13 kids only healthy in the program. So it's a tough road for them as they just completed a JV game, and that was bumped up into the net from the back, and on the error, the Titans go to 3-0. I believe next week is the big week for Lorain, as I think they have at Maple Heights and at Bedford coming up next week. Ball up, and there's an ace. You could see that one coming as it barely winged the net and then took a nosedive for the ace from Sturgill. 4-0. Sent deep, bumped up, sent over. 7 Townsell sends it back. It's dug up by Collins, sent back over. Williams plays it, set by Sturgill. Velez hits it over, sent back by number 12, McDuffie. Sturgill sets, Townsell hits, down. kill for 7 Townsell, and a quick timeout for Shaw as the lead grows to 5-0. And for Lorain, the kind of start you dream of, getting off quickly. They've passed the ball around, 3 different players with kills, and you had an ace in there. So lots of players involved early on for the Lady Titans. They're quickly back onto the floor. There's not a whole lot you could say in a huddle when you're up 5-0. Coach William Carwin patiently talking to the Shaw ladies. They're back out across the front. 3 is Collins, 12 McDuffie, 22 and is Upshaw. Abdul Roof 1, Pickett 7, and Manuel 9 in the back. That's Manuel sent back by Townsell, bumped over. Sturgill, carry on, back row attack from Patterson. Sent deep and sent right back over. Townsell passes, Sturgill sets, Velez tips. Kept in, but not over. And on the air, the lead grows to 6-0. Ball up. That no save off the face, but Velez tips it back and down. That was a tough serve receive, but it flew up over to Manuel, who alertly played it, and then Julia Velez alertly sent it right back. There's a swing and a miss, but it's in, and another ace for Sturgill. 8-0. One-handed over deep, bumped up. Set by Upshaw, tipped over by Collins and sent back Patterson. That was Sturgill. Patterson, pass to Sturgill. Back set to carry on, bumped up by Pickett. Brought back in by Abdul Roof, but wide, and it goes to 9-0. Marissa Sturgill, been on the service line the whole time. Ball up, deep middle. That was to Pickett, and the air goes wide, and another ace for Marissa. Third one of this run. 10 in a row now. That one sent deep middle, bumped right back over. Williams passes, Sturgill sets, 7 Townsell dips for the kill. Very alert by 7. Found the hole and went right around the McDuffie, who was across from her, to the open spot. 11 serving nothing. That one comes over and deep up by Pickett. Back and then bumped over by Collins. Sturgill sets. Velez hits off the tape and down. Julia Velez with another kill. And it's 12-0. Sturgill sends it across into the same spot. It's sent back but wide. And we go to 13-0 and a second timeout for Shaw. 13-0 first game for the Titans. Shaw takes timeout, and so will we. Back with more after this.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Lindsay Williams. I'm 16 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying sports health and fitness through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. I've been playing sports since the 7th grade, volleyball to be specific. I know I can't play forever, but I can still be part of it if I become a physical therapist or athletic trainer. The sports health and fitness classes at Lorain High are giving me an idea of what I'd be doing in the field. I tell all the athletes to take Dury's sports health and fitness class because he knows what he's talking about. He's an athletic trainer. I'm learning how to prevent injuries by doing stuff like taping. That's why I'm also interested in physical therapy. Physical therapy helps get people back to playing. I've learned that the rehab part of physical therapy is more structured and that as an athletic trainer, I would always be at games and practices. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High Sports Health and Fitness Career Tech program.
Marissa Sturgill back on the service line, 13-0 first game. Ball up, ball sent over, and that one dove right in front of Abdul Rauf for the ace, 14-0. That one floats across to Abdul Rauf, bumped up by Pickett, sent into the net by Manuel, and it's 15-love. Sturgill. One-handed up by Pickett. Abdul Rauf plays it off the ceiling. Manuel comes over but sends it wide. 16-0. Ball sent. That time it goes into the net. And on the service error, Shaw gets on the board at 16-1. Marissa Sturgill serving the first 16 points of the first game. For Shaw, number 22 is Sabrina Upshaw. Ball up, ball sent over. Evelyn Williams, Marissa Sturgill, and Layla Carrion cross courts it for a kill. Ball back to Lorain at 17-1. Velez out. Emily Van Horn in to serve for Lorain. Bumped up, sent back. Van Horn. Sturgill, 7, tips it over. Sent back Angelica Patterson. Sturgill, 7. Townsell drops it down over the top of Collins for the kill. 18-1. Van Horn sends it deep off of Manuel and long, 19-1. Emily Van Horn, junior student at Early College. High school sends it across and deep off of Manuel and wide. And 20-1. Van Horn once again into the middle, right into the vacant area, and another ace, 21-1. Lorain. Van Horn sends it over, knuckling, played by Manuel and down. And it's 22, serving 1. Top of the tape. When things are going well, things are going well. That one hit the top of the tape and curled over straight down for another ace, and it's 23-1. Van Horn, that was Upshaw off her and wide, and the Titans will have a game point here coming up as we get back. They lead the first one 24-1. Van Horn sends it over, but deep. And unable to play it is Jasmine Manuel, and we've played one. 25 for the Titans, 1 for the Cardinals. Back with a second game after this timeout.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state, a major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily. Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State. Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Hi, my name is Lorain Alvarez. I'm 16-year-old and I'm a 12th grader at Lorain High School. I'm studying architectural design through Lorain High Career Tech Education Program. I started at the beginning of my senior year. Since then, I've learned about plumbing, electrical work. I've learned how to read blueprints and all about the basic rules when building on a construction site. My favorite part is the hands-on aspect. I'm not really a book learner, but when it comes to going on site and building, I love it. As for my teacher, Mr. Sturgill, I think he's really good. He's taught us a lot of things. I really see a lot of leadership in him. I also saw a lot of leadership in my father. I watched DIY shows with him all of the time. Then I thought I can do this. I plan on pursuing a master's degree in architecture through either Ohio State or Kent State. At first, when I started the architectural design program at Lorain High, I was scared and insecure. Then as time went on, it got better, and 2 weeks later, I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High's Career Tech Architectural Design Program.
Back here at Lorain High School, getting ready for Game 2 in the best-of-5 varsity volleyball match between the Lady Cardinals of Shaw High School and the Lorain Titans. The Lady Titans took the first one handily, and we're set to get underway in Game 2, and it's a little bit different look, as the Titans didn't get much of a chance to rotate, and some of the players who would have normally been in didn't get a chance. So now it looks like in the back row we'll have Emily Van Horn, 4, in between 7, Townsell, 14, and Evelyn Williams, 16. Up front, number 8, Marissa Sturgill. Number 10, Sydney Patterson. And number 18, Layla Carrion. The alignment might be different. I didn't see Sydney there in front of Marissa. Set to serve for Shaw is Sabrina Upshaw, number 22. Ball is up, ball is over, bumped up by Patterson and over, then sent into the net off McDuffie, and it's 1-0 Lorain. First server for the Lady Titans in Game 2 is number 18, senior setter Layla Carrion. Ball up, ball sent over and high. Upshaw, set by McDuffie and sent across. Bumped up by Van Horn, but down. And that was Samira Abdul-Rauf with the kill. And we're tied at 1. Now serving for Shaw, number 12. Brittany McDuffie sends it over. Townsell, carry on. Patterson, carry on. Set deep by Williams, bumped up. Sent across by Collins, and point to Shaw. Or is it? Nope, sent wide. I'm sorry. I looked away. It's 2-1 Lorain. And this will be Evelyn Williams on the line. Ball up, ball sent across. Bumped up but wide by McDuffie, and it'll go to 3-1. Waiting for the all clear before serving is Evelyn Williams, senior, 4-year letter winner for the Lady Titans. Ball up, ball sent across into the middle, and that one was an ace as Jasmine Manuel unable to reach it, and it's 4-1. Lady Titans 7-0 in the Lake Erie League on the year, but coming off a non-conference loss to the Brookside Lady Cardinals the other night. That was Williams passed up but wide into the scorer's table, and it's going to go to 5-1. As always, the first goal is to win the conference, and the Titans are up a game on their two closest rivals as Upshaw unable to get underneath that one, and it's 6-1 Titans. Williams bumped up and over. Patterson sends it into the net. And it's a point to Shaw on the hitting error. Number 3, Daharia Collins to serve for Shaw. Sent over but deep, 7 Townsell, Layla Carrion, and Julia Velez blocked in 6-3, Lorain. Once again, it's Collins. Right hands it over. Townsell. Carrion bumps it over. Tried to backhand it over, was Manuel, but into the net, and it'll go to 7-3 Lorain on that. And number 2, Angelica Patterson, the libero, steps up to the line. Ball up, ball over and deep, sent across by Manuel. Set by Carrion. That was Malia Amador, number 12, with the kill. Malia normally rotates in after about 2 rotations, but never got a chance to in that first game. So seeing her first action, first ball she sees, she puts down on the ground. Angelica Patterson left hands it over. Deep middle, up off the net, sent back, and then over to Townsell. Carrion and Amador hit the tape, and it came back. 8-4. And the serve goes back to Shaw. And number 1, Samara Abdul Rauf. Ball up, ball over, but wide. And Evelyn Williams wisely got to the line and said, that ball's outside of me. I don't have to play it. And on the errant serve, it comes over. Marissa Sturgill back in the lineup for Amador, and she is on the line, and she spent the first 17 points there last game. Sent over by Shaw, but wide, and it'll stay with Lorain. Not sure whether there was a touch there or not. (10-4). I think there was some uncertainty on the girls' part as to whether or not there was a touch. Sturgill. That's deep into the back row, sent back. She runs it down. Carrion fists it up. Townsell bumps it over into a dead spot and down. Seven Townsell, number 14, senior, 3-year letter winner for Lorain, and another student at Early College High School. Marissa Sturgill, bumped up by McDuffie, then Pickett and sent over, but right back at Manuel as 7 had a block there and it stayed down. 12-4. Marissa Sturgill, that's deep to Collins. Brought back in by McDuffie, sent over by Abdul Rauf. Carrion, Sturgill, pounded by Townsell. 7 heating up a little bit, makes it 13-4. Timeout Shaw. And we'll step away also, be back with more after this timeout.
Hi, I'm Khalil Brown and I am 16 in the 10th grade at Lorain High School. I'm a pre-engineering student in Lorain High Career Tech Education Program. Math is by far my favorite subject. This drew me into pre-engineering. Pre-engineering is mostly calculating numbers and computer software downloading. You get to download stuff into robots and make them do stuff. I took pre-engineering for the first and second semester, in particular CNC milling and drilling classes. I learned how to mill into wood and wax blocks. In CNC, we drill into wood and make frames and pictures and flags. The class is very fun, but it's a lot of hard work too, because it's a lot of math and science and there's no time to goof off. When you walk in, there's tons of different machines like our robots that do stuff. And we make sure we're wearing safety goggles when we're drilling metals and things. I feel good working on machines because it comes natural to me. But even if you're not good in math and science, you will still have a lot of fun because our instructor, Mr. Bogan, walks you through it all. He's a great teacher. If you don't know how to do it, he'll take the time to explain it to you. You make sure you have a lot of fun programming machines and robots. I am glad to be in this program because now I know what I want to do with my life, and it's all thanks to Lorain High Career Tech Pre-Engineering Program.
Back here at Lorain High School, Marissa Sturgill with the ball in hand. Second game of a 5-set match versus the Shaw Lady Cardinals. Lorain on top of this one, 13-4. Sturgill, ball up, sent deep to Abdurrauf. Nice recovery there by Pickett. Patterson sends it back. Abdurrauf. That was Manuel. Bumped up by Williams, sent across by Carrion. Good dig right there by Collins. Sent back to the Titans. Williams, Sturgill, Carrion, blocked at the net. But they were unable to make a play without the 4 hits. Nice block by Manuel, but then when it came down on their side, they were unable to do anything with it. And Marissa Sturgill will go to the line with the score 14-4 in Game 2. Titans won Game 1. Ball up, sent into the tape for a service error, and it goes over to the Cardinal. For Shaw, serving number 7 is Carlina Pickett. Ball up, ball sent over. Williams sends it over quickly, sent back by Manuel. Back and forth, Sturgill blocked by Manuel, and it's down. Nice block. And Carlina Pickett back at the line. Sends that one low, and it'll go over to Lorain at 15-6. And Emily Van Horn will come in to serve, number 4. Emily served out the last 8 points of the first game. Bumped up. Abdurrauf. Manuel sends it over, but it's going to be long. Too tall for the gym. And the Titans are up 16-6. Van Horn into the hole in the middle there for the ace. 17-6. That serve sent wide, and on the ace, it'll be 18-6. Another ace in between two players, and a little bit of inexperience showing there as lack of communication, and the ball went between them. 19-6. While they're totally out, man, these Shaw girls are really giving a good effort and encouraging one another, staying with it between points. Bumped up but deep, and back to save it was Pickett, but she was unable to direct it any closer to the court, and it's 20-6. Junior Emily Van Horn, defensive specialist, sends it across. Bumped up and over. Van Horn's got it. Makes the pass to Sturgill. Sturgill to Townsell. Off the block and down. 7 Townsell with the block, or with the kill. 21-6. Swing and a miss, but the ball was wide. It was long for sure. So on the service error, it'll go over to Shaw at 21-7. And now serving is Jasmine Manuel, number 9. Sent to Williams, bumped by Carrion. Back row attack by Williams. Off of Pickett and Long, 22-7. Back to Lorain. And 7 Townsell goes to the service line. Lorain needing 3 points to close out this second game. They were going to make a change, and it didn't get there in time. 7 sends it long and out. So on the service error, 22-8, and Shaw with ball in hand. And that is number 22, Sabrina Upshaw. Gets the all clear, throws it up, right hands it across. And just wide, and it's 23-8. And boy, everybody was looking at that one to see. Substitution for Lorain, Malia Amador in for Marissa Sturgill. And Layla Carrion on the line for the Titans. First serve up and over. Bumped up, sent over Van Horn. Carrion, Townsell put it down into a dead spot, and it's 24-8. 7 Townsell has really stepped up her game this particular portion of the match. She has several kills the second game of this match. Of course, she had 3 in the first game. Carrion sent back by Manuel. Townsell, Carrion, Van Horn. Emily Van Horn with the kill, and the Titans win game 2, 25-8. Back with game 3 action after this timeout.
Hi, my name is William Miller. I'm 16 years old and in 11th grade at Lorain High School. I'm studying auto tech through Lorain High's Career Tech Education program. When I started taking auto tech class, I said, yeah, this is what I want to do for a living. The program is hands-on. It was really cool and amazing. We go through scenarios about what's wrong with cars, learn how to fix brakes, do oil changes, a whole bunch of other things. I look at it as if it was my car. What would I do to it? We get to really get into the cars. My teacher, Scott Krashenko, is a very fun teacher too. He's probably one of the coolest teachers I've ever had. He trusts us, we learn hands-on. He taught us that cars are changing very fast. In fact, it's changing like every 3 years. I learned these things because I'm in the Auto Technician Career Tech program. If you are a hands-on person and love cars, then I recommend this program for you. I know what I want to do, and it's all thanks to Lorain High's Auto Technician Career Tech program.
Stop texting and driving. If not for you, for me.
The teams are back on the floor for game 3 of the match between the Lady Cardinals of Shaw and the Lady Titans of Lorain, a Lake Erie League battle. Titans winning the first 2 rather handily. They're waiting for the scorers table to clear the scoreboard so we can get started. Angelica Patterson comes in for Sydney Patterson, her cousin, as the libero. And the scoreboard is right, and we are set to get underway with Marissa Sturgill with the ball in her hand, as she has had so much of the evening. Marissa has served 21 points in these first 2 games. That one, however, is out. I jinxed her. And on the service there, Shaw will take a 1-0 lead, and Sabrina Upshaw will be at the service line. Now they got to put the point up. There it is. Ball up. Upshaw sends it over and deep. Evelyn Williams. Sturgill dumps it across. Sent right back by McDuffie. Fisted up by Sturgill and then sent across by Velez. Velez back and forth, hits it wide. And on the wide shot, Shaw goes up 2-0. Sabrina Upshaw at the service line for the Lady Cardinal. Sent over, Evelyn Williams. Pass off the net, Sturgill, and Williams sends it over. Nicely done. Collins sends it deep, and Patterson watches it sail along. 2-1 Shaw as Lorain gets the ball back. And off the bench, as it has been in the first 2 games, playing the back row for Julia Velez is number 4, Emily Van Horn, who will have the ball in her hand. She sets it up, sends it over deep into the middle, and it goes off the pipe and out. Tied at 2. Van Horn sends it over. Comes right back from Collins. Sturgill sets. Carry on off a block and out. I guess not off a block and out. That one goes long, and it'll go over to the Lady Cardinal. Ball up. This is McDuffie, sends it over. Williams. Sturgill. Townsell. Nice up there, but they're unable to get it over the net. Nice play by Manuel, digging the hard hit by 7. But we're tied at 3 now. And this is the libero, number 2, Angelica Patterson. Left hands it over. That one's going to fall just short of the back row. That ball kind of knuckled as it passed over Manuel. I thought it might be long as well, and it landed a good foot inside the back line. Sydney Patterson, number 10, into the front row for Lorain. Ball up, sent long off of Manuel, and it'll be 5-3 Lorain. It's Sturgill, Van Horn, and Patterson in the back. Carry on Williams and Patterson in the front. And that one goes into the net. And it's 5-4 Lorain. Number 3, Daharia Collins at the line. Sends it over. Long Van Horn. Sturgill. Sydney Patterson blocked. Sydney gets it up, sends it back to Williams, who sends it over. Sent back by the Cardinal. That is Townsell, and then into the back row. 7. Sturgill. Carry on. Partially blocked, but hitting the net. Number 9 is Jasmine Manuel. Good effort. And Layla Carry-On to the stripe. That one sent deep to Upshaw, sent across. And there's a little bit of uncertainty in the Titans as Manuel's shot goes down into the opening for the kill. Shaw back with the ball down 6-5. number 1, Samara Abdul Roof, is serving but wide, and we are tied. We are at 7-5. Julia Velez in for Emily Van Horn. Evelyn Williams on the line. They haven't changed the score yet. There's an ace by Williams. Now it should be 8-5, but I'm not going to battle with them if they're not going to change it. Williams. That was deep to Collins, sent over. And then setting Amador, who hits it off the block and down for her first kill of the evening, I believe. And it is, should be 9-5, but I'll tell you, the scoreboard didn't change yet again. That serve is sent over the bench, and we should be at Evelyn Williams. Ace into the hole. And timeout Shaw. So we are at 9-5. Yeah, Shaw takes time, and we'll step away as well. Back with more after this.
Hi, I'm David James Elliott. During my career, I've played many different roles. One of the closest to my heart was that of a naval officer. That's because away from the studio, I'm passionate about supporting our nation's veterans. As chairman of the VA's National Salute to Veterans Patients, I urge you to volunteer at your local VA medical facility. If you can't do that, please consider an online donation to benefit our veterans. Go to the website on your screen and be a VA volunteer.
I began in 3rd grade, 8 years old, and I was able to learn the chest compressions and the breaths, and I absolutely believe that anyone out in the public can easily learn. We got a page for an unresponsive 2-month-old, and when I got the first glimpse of the 2-month-old, he was blue. We didn't even get to go inside. I just jumped in the back and we started CPR, continuing CPR, and you were able to see the color start to come back, and then we were able to actually get his heart rate back. It was a pretty moving part in the story that we were able to save a 2-month-old's life. My community is why.
Teams are back on the court, and we're in game 3. It's Titans winning the first 2 handily, 9-5 in this one. But they are doing some scoreboard checking at the table as Evelyn Williams has the ball in her hand. And that one was a bullet that served right at Collins, and the return sent it wide for yet another ace. Guess we've settled on 10-5 as Evelyn Williams puts ball up. Pass. Manuel sends it over with the fist, Townsell. And then Velez off the block and wide, point to Lorain on the kill by Julia Velez. 11-5. Evelyn Williams, senior, bumped up, sent wide, 12-5. Bumped up and sent over by Manuel. Set by Carrion. Patterson sends it down for a kill. 13-5. Evelyn Williams still on the service line. That one's deep and sent wide into the scorer's table. The down official playing it out, and 14-5. substitution for Shaw, number 13, Janelle Lindsay, off the bench and in, replacing Collins. Floor to the right, it's Evelyn Williams. Ball is up, ball is over. Patterson shanked the return there, and it'll go to Shaw. Now the scoreboard gave Lorain the point. 14-6, that's better. On the line for Shaw, number 7, Pickett. She one-hands it over. Townsell, Carry-On, and Velez. Velez puts a deep corner. Nice ball and down. And we rotate, and Sydney Patterson gets to the service line for the first time this evening. I don't think Sydney normally gets a chance to serve. Ball up, ball sent over and deep. Abdul Roof sends it up, and then Pickett, and it falls harmlessly to the court, and it's 16-6. Sydney is a junior middle blocker. Sends it over and deep. Bumped up by Abdul Rauf. Sent over. Amador. Carry on. Townsell underhands it over as the set was a little bit low on the net, and that's all she could do, but she got it into a hole. And Seven Townsell has had a marvelous last game and a half at the net. Sydney Patterson. When you're going badly, that one you end up in the net. There's an ace for Sydney, and it's 18-6. Patterson. That's an ace, as it was took a nosedive on Pickett, who I think thought it was going to go out, and then it just dove. 19-6. A little bit of inevitability showing up in the Shaw side for the first time. That one goes into the net, and it'll come back to them at 19-7. Serving is Jasmine Manuel. As I say, one thing I have seen on the Shaw sidelines is they have picked each other up and they have stayed in the game. Williams, Carry On, Townsell down. Marissa Sturgill will come back now for Malia Amador. And Marissa will go back to the service line. This is the first game, actually, that Lorain has rotated through the lineup one time. Marissa up and over into the deep middle. That was Pickett, and it was set up but short. It'll down to 21-7 Lorain. Deep. Pickett. Townsell off the top of the net and down in. Like everything is going well for Seven Townsell. She has avoided the net. That one hit the tape and looked like it climbed up. Timeout Shaw here at 22-7 in game 3. We'll keep it here for this timeout as the Lady Titans huddle up with Coach Chantel Jackson, and they look to go to 8-0 in the Lake Erie League. And of course now, with the addition of Lutheran East in all sports but football, you now have 12 conference games. So if the Titans pull this one out, as we assume they will, it'll be 8-0. But 2 of those games that are left are each with the teams that are one game behind them, the Bedford Bearcats and the Maple Heights Mustangs. But it is in Lorain's hands, just as the ball is in Marissa Sturgill's hands here at 22-7 in Game 3 of the match. Ball up. Sturgill sends it across and deep. It's bumped up. Manuel sends it over. Williams. Sturgill. Carry on. Blocked. Beautiful block there by number 3, Daharia Collins, and it'll go to Shaw at 22-8. That was textbook. It was off the block and right back down on the floor behind Layla. On the service line now is Sabrina Upshaw. She one-hands it over. Layla Carrion, Marissa Sturgill. Layla Carrion up by Manuel. Abdul Roof, and then unable to get it across is Collins, and it's down. 23-8. Emily Van Horn back in for Lorain. Ball up for Van Horn, sends it across deep middle. Over, and then sent right back by Layla Carrion, back by Manuel. Sturgill, Williams, up by Manuel. Over from McDuffie, set for Sturgill. Carrion, back by Manuel, and wide. 24 serving 8, and the Titans have match point. Junior Emily Van Horn is on the service line for that attempt. Ball is up, ball is long. So 24-9. That should be the last time the Lady Titans serve tonight, as Brittany McDuffie is on the service line. She sends it over but deep. That's Evelyn Williams. Marissa Sturgill, 7 Townsell off the block, bumped up there. And then unable to get it across is Daharia Collins, and that will do it. 25-9, and the Lady Titans of Lorain High School move to 13-5, 8-0 in the Lake Erie League, as they are attempting to defend their conference championship that they won last year, and in 3 games have it rather handily over the Shaw Lady Cardinals. For the Titans, everything went well, and for the ladies from Shaw, just with the lack of depth and experience that they have, you felt at times for them where you wanted to see something go right, and they stayed out there and competed till the end with a good attitude, and I praise them for that. But mostly, it's all about Lorain tonight. 25-1, 25-9, 25-9, and Lorain moves to 8-0 in the LEL. For Bob Schlenbaker, this is Jay Ferguson. Have a good night, everybody.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.